So, we all like a good skirmish game, right? Whether it's battling through the underhives of Necromunda, the blood-soaked fields of the realms in Warcry, or my personal favourite, the cyberpunk masterpiece Infinity, there's a lot of different flavours of skirmish games to satisfy your needs. So you might ask yourself, what's the incentive to check out this brand new offering from UK company EnviroGames? The game is called Novus Malum, and whilst on the surface it might look like just another skirmish game, just a quick scratch of that surface is going to reveal some delicious treats that are well worth a look. So, as I'm lucky enough to have an early copy of this game, I'm going to give you a little peek under the lid. We're going to take a look at why you should, or maybe shouldn't, buy Novus Malum. First of all, let's get stuck right in at the meaty end with the rules. Unlike many games out there, Novus Malum isn't obsessed with making you roll buckets of dice. It has some aspects of randomization that involve pulling tokens from a hat or flipping them over blind. It also has coin flips, which is new to me, and it even has this rock, paper, scissor mechanic, which you use in battle by revealing tokens, and they have a hierarchy of which one beats which. But of course, it does also mix a little bit of dice rolling in there too. We really liked the variety this added to the physical gameplay of Novus Malum, and whilst these are superficial differences, in the sense that randomization is randomization, and really they're just changing the way you get there. But we still felt like these changes kept the game fresh and engaging. The rock, paper, scissor portions in particular create some really fun little mind games. The rulebook is professional looking and functions great, although it does only stick to pretty much the bare essentials of how to play the game, with just a little dusting of lore in there as well. And I particularly loved the character cards for the different units, with them being clear, easy to read, but also looking super professional and really, really nice. So we've had a quick look at the rules, and I'm sure there's some stuff in there that's maybe got you intrigued. But I imagine what you really came here for was to check out the miniatures. And, well, it's good news on that front because they are lovely. Absolutely top tier sculpting quality makes these minis not only a joy to paint, but bloody good looking when you're done with them. I was so enamored with these two hero models, I actually ended up spending a bunch of extra time making this little diorama base to sit them on. You'll either be pleased or saddened to hear that the models are made from Ceocast. But if you're in that latter camp, let me allay your fears right away, because the minis use the newer formula CeoRes hard resin, which, as well as being crisper than a bacon bit in hell, also scrapes and files just as nicely as plastic, meaning you won't be battling these minis to clean them up for painting. All in all, the minis are probably the thing that attracts me to this game the most, which is, I guess, maybe not surprising because I'm probably a painter first and a gamer second. However, there is one other aspect that I want to cover in this video that is really important and might be a great reason to get into Novus Malum. EnviroGames, as you could probably have surmised from their name, are really big into minimizing the impact that their games have on the environment. And well, that's kind of something we could do with a bit more of in the wargaming industry. I mean, let's take the choice to use Ceocast, for example. Ceocast tends to have quite mixed reviews from people because a lot of people tried it back in the olden days when it was new and the product was a bit hard to work with. But the truth is that nowadays it's massively improved, and the great advantage of Ceocast is that it is recyclable. Any parts that are miscast or any sprue parts can be crunched back up and turned into new material to make miniatures with again. As well as this, you'll notice the tokens in the box set and all the bases that the minis come from are made from thin, laser-cut MDF. Now, you all know that I love a laser. I own 3 of them, and you've probably seen me making videos about them. But more importantly than that, this choice reduces plastic waste, and that's a great thing. They use local printers, they use recyclable materials for the rulebook and cards, I mean, even the packaging is kept super minimal, with these little wage slip envelopes being used to pack the minis in. I've just shown my age there, haven't I? Nobody gets their wages in a wage slip envelope anymore. The products are still beautiful, the packaging still looks nice, the minis are still excellent, and the rulebook is still professional. It's just kind of all made in a way that doesn't mess with the planet too much. And really, whether you're environmentally conscious or not, when you're still getting a great product at a good competitive price, and it just so happens to also hug a tree while it's at it, that's a win-win, right? There's nothing to lose there. Speaking of the price, the starter box retails at just under £70, and the game ships in about 3 months' time. For that price, you'll get 2 full warbands, each containing 13 minis, plus the rules and all the other tokens and gubbins you need to play the game. The only thing EnviroGames ask is that you provide a single D6 to use for playing. And if you haven't got one of those lying around, well, I'm kind of surprised you're watching this video. In summary, Novus Malum is a super solid and really interesting new gaming system that hopefully as time passes is going to expand into something bigger and better. When you have fun rules, stunning miniatures, and a great message behind the game, it's kind of hard to go wrong, and I really hope that they succeed with making this game into something big. Now, this video is not sponsored. I did receive a copy of the game to review, but there's no money or anything like that coming my way. So I would really appreciate it if you could give this video a like so that YouTube shows it to more people. Maybe consider subscribing to the channel if you want to see more miniature wargaming hobby-related videos. If you want to check out Novus Malum for yourself, there's going to be a link down in the description below so that you can go and take a look at it. Just be sure when you get there, if you do buy a copy of the game, to let them know that I sent you. Now, I think I'm going to head off and paint some more of these lovely dwarves. But thanks for watching, folks. I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye for now.